The Zephyrian War Council's laughter echoed through the crystalline chambers of their flagship as they reviewed the intelligence reports on humanity. Fleet Commander Zethvar's tentacles writhed with amusement as he dismissed the tactical briefing with a wave of his appendage. Primitive projectile weapons, chemical propulsion, and basic fusion reactors, he wheezed to his assembled officers. These humans haven't even mastered gravitational manipulation. The hegemony was right to classify them as a Class 2 threat, barely worth the fuel to reach their pathetic system. The Korthak Alliance had agreed to the joint operation with typical predatory enthusiasm. Their war prime Beltherax saw the Sol system as nothing more than target practice for their newly commissioned battle fleet. Two of the galaxy's most feared armadas converging on a single primitive world, it would be over within hours. Deploy standard suppression protocols, Zethvar ordered as Earth grew larger on their tactical displays. Orbital bombardment should suffice. We'll be home in time for the victory celebrations. What they didn't anticipate was that humanity's greatest weapon had never been their technology, it was their absolute refusal to accept defeat. The first sign that something was wrong came when their lead destroyer, the Void Render, simply vanished. Not destroyed, vanished. One moment it was there on sensors, the next it was gone as if it had never existed. "Commander," his tactical officer reported, mandibles clicking with confusion, "the humans, they're not running. They're advancing." Through the viewports, they could see them, tiny metal ships that should have been obliterated by the first plasma volley, moving with impossible precision through the deadly maze of crossfire between two galactic armadas. Each human vessel seemed to dance between destruction, finding paths through the chaos that shouldn't exist. Captain Sarah Martinez gripped the arms of her command chair as the UES Defiance rolled through a barrage that would have vaporized a mountain. Around her, the bridge crew worked with the cold efficiency of a species that had turned warfare into an art form. "Target acquired," reported her weapons officer. "Korthak command ship, bearing 27 Mark IV. "Fire everything," Martinez ordered. What happened next would be debated in military academies across the galaxy for centuries. The humans had taken their primitive nuclear weapons and done something impossibly clever with them, turned them into focused antimatter charges that could tear through energy shields like tissue paper. Their basic chemical rockets had been modified with technology reverse-engineered from captured alien wrecks, giving them acceleration curves that defied physics. But the real shock came when the human fleet split into smaller groups and began hunting the alien ships with pack tactics that seemed to anticipate their targets' movements. These weren't random encounters. Humanity had been studying galactic military doctrine for decades, learning from every skirmish, every battle report, every tactical manual they could intercept. How are they doing this? Beltherax roared as his massive dreadnought shuddered under impacts from weapons that shouldn't be able to penetrate its armor. "They're using projectile weapons against force shields." The answer came from Admiral Chin aboard the UES Retribution, broadcasting on all frequencies, "We may be primitive, but we've had 5,000 years of practice at killing each other. You just gave us bigger targets." The Zephyrian flagship's shields collapsed under a sustained barrage from a dozen human destroyers moving in perfect coordination. As Zethvar watched his proud armada burning around him, he realized the fatal flaw in their intelligence: they had measured human technology, but not human ingenuity. "Retreat," he ordered, but the humans had already anticipated that too. Every escape route was blocked, every fold space jump interdicted by mines that shouldn't exist. In the aftermath, as rescue ships from both alien empires arrived to find nothing but debris and human victory broadcasts, the galaxy learned a hard truth: primitive didn't mean helpless. And humanity had just announced their arrival on the galactic stage with the wreckage of two armadas.